All right. What's going on, everybody? We are live. We are testing out some new software today. So we're going to see how this goes and want to share some cool stuff with you. Today, what I'm going to talk about now, if you're watching this video and you're watching it live, do me a favor, comment on the video. Tell me where you're watching from. And I'd love to know that. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. Really helps me to know who we're reaching and who we're chatting about. Now, I just want to tell you, this is the first time that I'm using this new software, and we're actually streaming in multiple locations, so I'm a little bit excited about it. But what my goal is pretty much every day I'm going to start going on live around noonish, and my goal is to start pouring into you and giving you some free content, free tips and strategies, and things that are going to help you in your business. So want to make sure that you get access to these, and you'll be able to see the replays as well. So what we're going to talk about here today is we are going to talk about the 3-part framework every home business owner should be focused on for building a successful business online. And wow, we got a lot of people coming in. This is great. And you can see some of our comments here. Love this. What's going on, Gina? Oh, look at this. We got Kenya's in the house. Love that. So cool. So what I want to do is I want to dive into these. We're going to be fairly, each time I do this, maybe 10, 15 minutes, we'll dive in and we'll handle a little bit of a marketing strategy or a mindset strategy or things like that. But my goal is to really get you plugged in and help you out, okay, and really go into this. So let's talk about these. Now, there's 3 major parts to building a business online that are extremely, extremely important, okay? And they're necessary to building online. I have found over the years, I've been doing online marketing for many, many years. And what I know about online marketing is that there's many facets to it. And, a lot of times people come online, they're looking for something that they want to do. They're looking for somewhere where they want to, they really want to build, but they're not sure where to start. They're not sure what to focus on. And really, there's 3 basic categories that you can break an online business down into, if you want to say that. And basically, it boils down to this. Now, this is something that original framework that I learned I learned them from my buddies over at MLSP, for those of you that know the MLSP guys. But they broke it down into these very 3 categories, and it made total sense because these are the 3 things that you really need to do to be successful. So the first one is it's all about building an audience. And building an audience is what is very, very important. So let's talk about building an audience. What does it take to build an audience? An audience is simply people that are interested in what you have to say. I mean, essentially, that's really what it comes down to. And when you're using social media, there's several ways to do that. You can do that with posts, regular Facebook posts. You can do it with live videos like this. You can do it with a recorded video. And essentially, you can put out, posts that are highly engaging. These are ways to connect with people. There's just so many different ways you can do, building an audience, but it's really attracting people with a message. So what is your message? What do you want to share? What do you want to get out there? Many people come on Facebook or social media or YouTube or other places with an idea of building a business. The first key thing that you want to understand is who your audience is. Who is it that you're speaking to? For instance, if I was to, let's say I was selling dog collars, and I had dog collars or dog accessories or things that, were interested or things that would be interesting to, pet owners, specifically dog owners. My goal would be to create content or create ads or create things that basically would be centered around the dog owner. Okay. And creating a message. So what is the message that people want to hear? What is the message that people want to hear in terms of that are dog owners? They want to hear about, how to take care of their dog. They want to know how to bathe their dog, how to groom their dog, how to, do all these things. But here's the thing. You can talk about all these subjects, and what it does is it ends up attracting the people to you. Okay, so the people who are interested in your message will come to listen to your message. Okay, and this happens over a consistent period of time. So content is going to play a major role in building an audience. Okay, you could do a podcast if you wanted to. If you're not crazy about doing video, podcasts are very popular nowadays for building an audience. Okay. And if you ever listen to podcasts, one of the things you'll notice is that throughout these podcasts, you hear advertisements where, maybe they're advertising a specific product, or they get on and they say, this podcast episode is sponsored by, and they give a quick thing. What's interesting is I listen to a lot of podcasts, and I have actually gone on and bought products based upon an ad that I heard in a podcast. Okay, so this is a great way to really build that audience, and it's super. It's one of the most powerful ways to do it. So you have to learn who your market is and start to speak to what they want. Okay, so using the dog collars is really just an example. But obviously, you're going to want to attract to you people that actually have dogs. And that's what we're talking about here. So to build an audience is to find out what people really want, talk about it, educate them, and then you've built this audience. Now, the key with building an audience is that moves us to the second part, which is to engage. So how do you engage? Well, the cool thing about engaging is that right now, you're seeing this live video. And what I can say is maybe ask you a question, and what'll happen is you will then maybe comment back. If I ask you a question, you'll comment. That's a way for you to engage. So engaging your audience really comes down to doing content as well. Content is a great way to build an audience. It's a great way to engage an audience. There's several ways, though, that you can engage an audience. Email marketing, text marketing, messenger marketing, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing. There's all different aspects in there. The key with each of these categories is to find your avenue of what you want, how you want to engage people, and stick to that. Now, these are broad categories. So we have build and engage. Okay, within that build, there's a ton of different strategies. Okay, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, Twitter marketing, Pinterest marketing, all these in there. The key is you don't want to try and do them all. You want to choose one, stick with that, and then what you want to do is master it. Okay, so if you master the build, where you're building a list, you're building a following, okay, you want to just master really one and not try and do them all. Then what you want to do is move into the engagement part. Was how are you going to engage them? Well, you can do that with live video like this. You can do that with several different aspects of how to do it. Engaging. Maybe you want to do where you do a free coaching call, or you do something like a webinar or a training, and you invite people out, and you really engage them through that avenue. And that is really how you not only build the audience, but you engage the audience. And then that moves us on to part 3. So we have build, engage. The third one is sell. Okay, and selling is a very important part to the online game, because you're not going to make any money unless you sell product or services. So this is why, in order to get to the sell part, we have to be clear on the building part, which means who are we talking to? Who's our audience? Who is it that we really want to connect with? Then we build that audience. We engage them through good content. We nurture them through content. And then we move into the sell category. So selling is really a strategy all in of itself. And each one of these that I'm talking about, you want to build some type of a strategy within each one of them. Like, how are you going to do this? So you define it, okay? And what happens as you define this is your end goal, which is to sell something. That's your end point, but you can really start from the end, go back to the beginning with the end in mind. So if I want to lead people to, eventually buying a product or service, who's going to be interested in it? Well, that goes back to the build category and the messaging that I start to do to bring people in who are interested in what I have. And then I'm educating them in the process. They engage with me more, and eventually they end up buying a product. Now, buying a product can be done in several different ways. Okay, you could do a webinar. You can get on a live like this, talk about a product, and give a link to it. Okay, there's several ways that you can do that. But it all comes down to these core categories, these 3 areas, or these 3-part framework, if you want to call it that, is build, engage, and sell. And these are the three categories you want to develop strategies within. Because if you develop the strategies and you master these strategies within the three areas, what's going to happen is you are going to really have a lot more success in your business than just randomly going out there every day and not really putting that focus on the right areas. And I see this a lot with business owners online. They don't really have a clear strategy. They kind of just go out there and wing it. And one of the things that I'm going to do this Thursday is in my TLS Insiders, which is a monthly group training that I do. What I've done is for a few more days, we've opened it up for people to take a free test drive. In other words, there's no credit card. You just go and set up an account and you can get access to it for 30 days. And I put the link in the description of this video. So check it out. Click on there. You just put in your name, last name, and your email, and it will set up a free account for you. And it'll give you access for 30 days. And it's normally a paid community that I have. But you can go in, and this Thursday, I'm going to be talking about a six-figure DMO. In other words, the things that six-figure earners online that go out and have successful businesses, what are the core, principles that they practice? What are the core practices that they do every single day? And I'm going to define it for you so that you know what to follow and how to go out there and be successful in your business. It's going to be super powerful. You can be a part of it. Again, there's no cost. Just go up and set up your free account with TLS Insiders. You get access for 30 days. And now at the end of 30 days, I do have a motive. My motive is I hope you get enough value and you see the value in what we do that you'll want to upgrade to a paid account. That's just how it works. My goal is I want you to see what we do, and I want you to have no strings attached whatsoever. You can come in, check it out, learn some of the things. We've got 5 years of archives in there that you can go through and check out as well. So I'm excited about it. But these three core areas, if you focus on build, engage, and sell. There's a reason they start with the pinky and not the middle finger. You ever notice that? Build, engage, and sell. That's how I should have done it. But if you focus on those three categories, you are going to have some great success because these are the core areas to focus on. Focus on these, build your skills, learn and master one core strategy really within those, and master those strategies, and it will have a great effect on your business. So this is awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you get some value from it. I'll be sharing more and more like this. And of course, I'm also sharing this on my Facebook profile. So a lot of my friends who have nothing to do with business will probably see this. But that's okay too. You guys are just going to have to learn to love me for business stuff too. So I appreciate you guys. Love you. Do me a favor. Comment on here. Let me know if you're watching the replay, if you're on YouTube watching this, same as there. What do you find in your business? Here's something I'll ask you. And go ahead and comment and let me know. I'll come in and check out the comments. But what is it that you find that holds you back in your business? So if these three areas have helped you or given you a little bit of clarity, what is it within those that you think that you're not doing? And the thing is, if we can define that, if we can really get clear on that, on what's maybe holding you back, then you can have that breakthrough and that you're looking for in your business. And that's really what it comes down to. So appreciate you. Love you. And we'll see you tomorrow around noonish, where I'm going to share with you some cool stuff as well. Some personal development stuff, some business owner mindset training as well. And it'll be good stuff. Love you guys. Appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.